Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria,
And I'm Rosetta.
and thank you for joining us today. Whether this is the first time or you're returning, we're very grateful that you're here to hang out with us. We always like to set the tone. We like love, peace, joy, harmony. So if you're looking for a safe space to have a conversation about things going on in the world, we're your girls.
Yes, we are. We like to talk about our likes, our loves, and social. And we'd like you to chime in if you know any topics that you're interested in and you want us to talk about it. You can always comment below,
Yes.
and maybe we'll chat about that in one of our future upcoming chats.
Absolutely.
But for today, we're going to get right onto it, and we're going to talk about what we're drinking.
Yes.
What tea do we have today?
Today we have this amazing tea. It's by a company called Loyd's, and it's called the Magic Experience. And we're going to be having juicy lemon. And juicy lemon, its ingredients are ginger, honey, lemon, and the activator black pepper. We love it when it's simple, not a whole lot of uff and fluff.
And we like to smell it before we start sipping it.
Yes.
And it smells really, really great. It smells of juicy lemon.
Yes.
Just as the description
Just
says.
as it says. You have to wake it up a little bit.
I can smell the lemon.
So good.
This reminds me of when I was in England growing up, and we used to have cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. We used to have this cough drop, and it smelled exactly like this.
Oh, you must have loved that.
Yes, it was amazing. Very good. Oh, I like that.
Very good. Sorry, I'm supposed to be talking. It's very good. All righty then. So let's just get into it. So, as always, our thoughts and prayers go out to the universe because we have to learn how to love one another. We have to learn how to love and to be in support of one another. And if we can do that, Rosetta and I believe that our world will be much better. If we can just respect, animals as well as humans, learning how to cohabitate, the world will be a much better place. So, as always, we like to talk about National Today. And so today's national focus is National Paperclip Day and National 529 Day. And you say to yourself, well, today is 529 because today is May 29. What is National 29 Day?
529.
Yes, 529. So that was founded in 2021 by the College Saving Foundation.
2021.
Yeah, in 2021, they founded this new thing called 529, National 529 Day.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't in existence until 2021.
Oh, okay. I thought it was much longer. That's why I was like 2021.
No, that's when they started the National College Savings Foundation, specific to 529. And it is to remind families and friends that it has never been easier to save for a child's future.
Yes.
By contributing to the 529 savings plan, you help prepare a child for whatever path they choose. Others?
I like that. I really like that because it's so important that we give our kids a good future.
Yes, and a good start and a good financial start. Don't just give them a credit card and say, have at it. Teach them about money.
Yes, exactly. All right, we have birthdays today. And we have a person by the name of Rebby Jackson. He is the singer and sibling of Michael Jackson.
Yes.
So you know that? I didn't know Rebby Jackson.
I thought I know there's a Remy, which is the girl, Remy Jackson, but I didn't know there was a boy.
Yeah, Rebby Jackson. Now you know.
Yes.
Then we have Annette Bening. You all know her, the famous Annette Bening.
Yes.
And those are the two. There's others, but I thought I'd just name a couple of them.
All right. Well, it is with deep sadness that I give you a new update on Margaret Elaine McKinley, and they still have not found her nor any remains. The last update that hit the internet was May 17th. So we're just going to keep the family in our thoughts and prayers, because I can't imagine not knowing what happened.
Yes.
It would drive me crazy.
And for those of you that are just joining us, she was the lady that went missing when?
May 1st.
Beginning of May.
Yeah, between the 1st and the 4th.
She went hiking with her family, and they let her walk ahead, and they lost sight of her, and they haven't found her since.
Yeah. And the blessing is that they haven't found any remains yet. They haven't found her. So we don't know if somebody just picked her up and took her with them. We just don't know. So we're just going to keep good thoughts.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So, there's this thing called reality TV. And there's all kinds of things associated with reality TV. Way more in our faces today than I think we ever wanted to see, yet it's here. So Todd and Julie Crisley were recently released from prison.
Have you heard of them?
Yes. Do you know anything about them?
Well, they did have a show, and
Crisley Knows Best.
Yes, Crisley Knows Best was the name of their show, and they were pardoned today. Their federal convictions for tax evasion and bank fraud was pardoned by our current president. The couple has only served just over 2 years, because Todd was given a sentence of 12 years,
right,
and Julie was given a sentence of 7 years.
Right.
And Trump broke the news to the daughter, who was actually trying to fight for their pardon. So
yes,
she was the one that was doing that. And for the last 10 years, the couple have been portraying themselves as glamorous real estate tycoons on the show Crisley Knows Best, as she said.
Correct.
And the federal prosecutor said their life was built on a lie, calling them career swindlers who made a living by jumping from one fraud scheme to another. They defrauded the banks of more than $30 million, stiffing vendors, dodging taxes, using the money on luxury cars, homes, and brand name clothes. And there you have it. They've now been pardoned with just a little over 2 years have been served.
And we don't know if this means they are going to go back into reality TV, or if the public, even though they've been pardoned, has the public gotten over it. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on that, and as it updates, we will update you.
Yeah, we will.
Yes.
It's a lot of things to say about that, but we'll keep it short and sweet.
Yes. So last weekend was Memorial Weekend. Did you have a good Memorial Day weekend? It's really funny that a lot of people think of this holiday as, oh, I'm going on vacation, it's time to party. And in all reality, it is the acknowledgement about our military, our soldiers that have served,
exactly,
and that do serve to keep us safe. Prior to my dad's passing, he was always in the parade, and he had a prosthetic. So instead of him walking, they would put him in a wheelchair, and then they would push him, in the parade. And the most important thing for, people who have family members who were hurt in the service or that are currently in the service, just acknowledge when you see someone, say thank you for your service. It's good that you get the day off from work. Amen to that. I support that. But let's also give some love and support to our veterans.
Exactly. Thank you for that reminder.
Yes. So Sunday night, the day before Memorial Day, was the American Music Awards. Did you watch? J-Lo looked amazing. She's an amazing host. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you like the outfits that she wore?
She was actually pretty good at hosting, even though she's kind of dropped off the limelight.
Yeah.
She's not been in social media that much. she did have to cancel her concerts because she didn't sell out her tickets. But I thought that her hosting skills were pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe she should host
Yeah.
a few more things because her hosting is pretty good. She started off the show with a medley of the most popular songs in
Right.
2024, and she danced them.
Yes.
I wasn't big, I'm not a big fan of what she wore.
Right.
That outfit with the black covering this and down there.
Yeah, just certain parts.
Yes, but she did a good job. I mean, it's not easy to do
Yeah.
all those dancing, and I really liked all the music
Yeah.
that because it kind of brought back memories of all the good songs
Yeah.
they had in 2024. And my highlights were, and you can speak to this, was
Okay.
Janet Miss Jackson.
That's right.
Oh my goodness! After 8 years
Yeah.
of not being out there performing, she came. I've
Yeah, I
always
think
loved.
she hasn't been at
loved
the
her.
awards show since 2018.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I just love her. She did amazing.
Yes.
I just every time she comes on,
Yes.
I just it's just really nice, and her music is timeless.
Absolutely.
Absolutely timeless.
Absolutely.
So I love that she actually won the Icon Award, which is amazing. But she doesn't consider herself
An
an icon because she said that I'm just here because I love singing music.
Right.
Me and my brothers, we just loved music, and we made great music for
Yeah.
everyone to enjoy.
Yeah.
And she was shocked that she was considered an icon
Yeah.
because for all of us, we think she's an icon. I think she's an
I
icon.
think she's an icon too.
Yes, so she will never grow old. Then we had my most favorite Rod Stewart.
Honey,
He can, oh my
80.
goodness.
I mean, out of everything I saw, he was my takeaway.
Yes,
To
he
be
was.
80 years old with background dancers, the whole band, the everything.
The dancing, all the Irish music, the fiddles.
Yes.
I mean, he's now doing the residency down the street in the Caesars.
Yes.
And I said to my husband, I would love to go and see him.
I mean,
He just makes me happy, joyful, and big smile on my face. And he still has it. He still has it. We were
I
trying.
mean, you can hear a little
Yes.
of the aging in his
yes,
voice.
yes.
However,
He still has the
stole the
energy.
show.
The energy.
Yes.
He still likes to dance.
you know, after he got his
Yes.
awards and then he gets the microphone and off he goes to the stage. My favorite.
And I love that his children gave
Yes.
him the award.
He was so surprised to see his children. You know, he goes, I'm a dad. And he goes, and my children are here. He was so gracious.
Yeah, I really want to go and see him in concert. I'm like,
Yes.
oh my God,
Yes.
because that show it's like a showstopper.
It was.
With
I mean,
all
from
the-
song
yes,
to song to
song.
song. Yes.
And doing the Irish dancing,
Yes.
the women coming on, that was amazing. If you have not seen it, YouTube it
Yeah,
and see it.
especially that part. Even if you don't want to watch the whole American Music Awards show, just do Rod Stewart performing at the American Music
Yes.
Awards.
Yes.
It was outstanding.
Outstanding. He won Lifetime Achievement.
Yes.
Then we have Billie Eilish. She
Yes.
she won all of the awards in the categories the 7 categories that she
7.
was nominated in,
Yes.
which is very, very hard to do.
Very, very hard
Then
to do.
what else? Oh, Gloria
Gloria
Estefan came on,
Yes.
and I'm sorry, but she does not need to be. I've always loved Gloria Estefan.
Right.
But as you get older, you cannot try and duplicate how you were back in the days.
Right.
Like she used to like to wear those tight skirts, right?
Right.
And she had an amazing figure, and she would prance around.
Yeah.
But she couldn't move in such. It looked like they were like stray jackets.
Right.
She couldn't move because
She
she was
didn't look comfortable.
she was trying too hard to be cinched in
Yeah.
to her outfits. But I still like her because I still
Yes.
love her music.
Yes.
And anything else that you liked from that award show?
Well, so Kendrick Lamar received the most nominations, and he received 10 nominations, and Billie Eilish, she received 7. She won Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Favorite Touring Artist of the Year, which I'm surprised since Taylor Swift
Yeah, that's
made $1 billion.
yeah, but that wasn't in 2024. That was
That was in
2023.
2023. Yeah, you're right. Favorite female pop artist, favorite pop album, and favorite pop song. She did it all. Um, let's see, what else did I like? Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, they did a duet, which they called a collaboration, and that song also won an award. Bruno Mars won for favorite male pop artist. Post Malone, which is really strange, favorite country duo. Favorite country album. The favorite country duo was Dan and Shay, and before they did The Voice, I didn't know anything about Dan and Shay, and I
heard
love
of
them.
Dan and Shay.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
So they did The Voice, and that was really good.
Yes.
Let's see, like you were saying about Gloria Estefan. You know, that was the first time in 30 years that she had done the American Music Awards. I mean, she did it before, but then there was like a lag.
Well, she actually went on to actually host. They had the Latin Awards, remember,
Yes.
for a short minute,
Yes.
and she would be hosting it. And I don't know
Yeah.
what happened to it, because I thought that was a great award show.
Yeah, I wonder if they just moved it to a Latin channel, and that's how we kind of fell
maybe.
out. And our girl Beyonce, she won Country Album of the Year, and she won she won 2 awards, and they were for country.
Well, she's on tour right now. People
Right.
say her tour is pretty amazing.
And she's getting caught, because she's in Texas, in the rain, in those storms. So when it's storming, they shut everything down. And the minute it stops raining, she goes back out and she goes back to work. So I just think she is amazing. But she won for favorite female country artist and favorite country album. And, you know, she's an 11-time American Music Award winner. So that just added more to it. The thing that is most, oh my God, is for years, Black people could not get a foot in country music.
Oh, I know.
You
It was
know?
like, what?
Yes, to me, music is music, but they couldn't. And even when she first came out with Cowboy Quarter, people weren't feeling it. Well, they're feeling it now. And I think his name is Shabuki or something like that. He did a country song, and he's being accepted. And this is what we talk
What's
about.
more and more becoming mainstream, because back in the days there was only the one. What's that guy's name from Hootie and the Blowfish?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He has a new name
Was it
now.
Hootie?
No.
No.
Hootie is his name, but that's not his
Okay.
His new name now is his real name.
Okay, well, he was the only one I knew that was in country
Yeah.
way back when. And then they
Well, there was
started...
a guy called Charlie Pride that was the
Okay,
black
I didn't
guy.
know that.
He was like the original, but he was like the one and only.
Oh, okay.
For like a lot of times. And now it's getting to where people are collaborating, because I remember, what's his name? He did a song, and Miley Cyrus's dad, and he did like a collaboration, and people were trying to boycott it. So he does a country song. I can't think of his name now. I'll have to look it up and comment. But
That's right. And then they rehashed it.
And then
it was the one that they would play in every single show, every single
it went
award.
from him. It was a good song, but
Little Nas.
Yeah, Little Nas
that's
did
it.
the song.
Road, what is it? Hometown Road or something.
Hometown Road.
Yeah.
So he does the song. People like it, but they're boycotting it because he's black. So then Billy Ray Cyrus, Myris's dad, comes out and does a duet on the same song.
Yes.
And they just can't contain it. It
blows
just
up.
blows up. So that's what we want, is let's judge talent. And no disrespect, honestly. However, young ladies, put your clothes back on. If you can sing, it shouldn't matter what you're wearing.
You don't need to be like
naked.
You don't need to be down twerking and having your sticking out and showing people that we know that you know how to twerk.
Yes.
But we just want you to sing.
Yes.
That's all I care about is
Yes.
true talent, and you got the talent.
Yes. So share your talent, put your clothes on, because you are beautiful. And I always thought that when female artists made it to the top, that they would somehow establish a process to protect the youngins coming in so that they wouldn't have to do it.
Yes.
And I'm hearing that some of the older females are having the young females continue the replication. And I just think it's sad. And there are natural talents, and then there is studio talents where they auto-tune your voice to make it sound good. Now, if you have an auto-tune voice, maybe that's why you feel like you have to give them something to look at.
Right.
Go take some music classes, take some lessons. Flip it up. Say, I'm not the greatest singer, but I love singing, and sing.
Unless you're my Bruno Mars and you can sing and dance.
Thank you.
I like that.
So there are people that have always been able to do both. So our wish is that we see your talent, not all of that.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a very good feel-good story for you today.
Yes, everyone. Let's follow along with my feel-good story, because it is a feel-good story. And the story comes to you by the name of Rita Hernandez. She's making dreams come true. 90-year-old Rita Hernandez. She graduated at 90 years old and earned her Associate's Art degree from Mount San Jacinto College. She enrolled in the college during COVID because her family insisted that she keep her brain alive.
Aww.
That is amazing. How many people at age 94 or whatever age she was,
right.
Sorry, she's age 90, at 80, must be 88 or something,
right,
would go back to college.
Right.
And if you look her up, there's a video of her coming in with her little mobility scooter rolling in.
Aww.
With her cute little cap and gown. And her cap was embellished with the Puerto Rico flag, because that's where she's from. She came from Puerto Rico more than 60 years ago, and she actually graduated from high school at age 73.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Can you imagine? I mean, that takes commitment, but on the other hand, I always hear the term, life gets greater, better when you get older. The older you get, the better it gets. And she's proving that with going back to school.
Yes, she is. She's really keeping her brain alive, because
Yes.
I could not do that age 90. I'm done. I got my degree, passed my test, this and that certification. No more. I don't want to go through the studying and the tests and exams. But get this. One of her granddaughters, because she has 12 grandkids and 7 great-grandkids. And one of her granddaughters graduated from the same college in 2022. Her great-granddaughter graduated from that college in 2024, and one of her great-grandsons will begin that college this coming fall.
Wow.
So they're
now that's
keeping it
in
the family. Yes, so that's my feel-good story for today. You go, Rita Hernandez.
Yes, Miss Rita, we are so proud of you. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Along the same lines, so there is an adventure. First I would say it's a movie, but they made multiple movies called Sister Act. And I love Sister Act because, what is her name? Oh, I can't think of her name now. Not Whoopi. Lauryn Hill. Is that her name, Lauryn Hill? The singer.
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, she, a lot of people, if you weren't into rap, you didn't know who she was. But she was in the movie, and she had a singing voice. And this is what I'm talking about when I say people, if you can sing. She's just sitting at a piano. Well, the thing is, there was a interview being done in Brazil at a Catholic location. And there were 2 nuns, Sister Marinze Casino and Sister Marissa de Paula. And they're just talking, and it's everything is in Spanish because they're in Brazil.
Portuguese.
Portuguese. Thank you. Portuguese. And so what they're doing is they're talking about like how to touch younger people, how to get them. And so they start singing. So one sister is singing and the second sister starts beatboxing. And we'll put the link down below so you can check it out. And the thing is it went viral because it reminded everyone of in the original Sister Act when Whoopi is doing a performance with the nuns. They're doing the old-fashioned and Whoopi's like, oh no, let's pump it up. And that's kind of what these nuns are doing. So it's like when Whoopi was doing it, it was here in San Francisco at one of the Catholic churches, and now this is a church in Brazil. And all it shows is that if you have your heart in the right space, you can reach young people. You don't have to dress down or change the philosophy to get the young person to hear you and to believe and to learn about religion and spirit and God and all of that. You just have to show them the possibilities. And by using B-Box, they were able to reach a lot of people.
Very
the
nice.
father even got up at the end and started dancing. So
it's very, very, makes you smile.
It does.
Yes, it does.
It
It's
does.
a feel good.
It's a very good feel good. So we just wanted to, because we just went through Memorial Day, there was lots of travel. Lots of people on the roads, lots of people in the air. And you know how we've been monitoring the Newark Liberty International Airport. So they are still limiting the number of planes that can arrive and depart per hour. I think it's around 28 each way. It's not at full capacity because they're concerned that the lights can just go out at any moment, and they haven't been able to resolve that. Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy said that they're also training 16 new air traffic controllers.
Very good.
And they're saying that they should be finishing up their certification throughout the next month or so. So they're trying to do some things to make the airways safer for people to fly.
That's good. Good to hear.
Yes, making progress. So, have you seen Kris Jenner recently? You know, Kris Jenner, mom of the Kardashian girls, mom that I thought had the most beautiful face. She looks so good to me for her age. Kris is 69. I thought she looked fabulous. Well, I think she decided to do a little something to her face.
Yes, she did. And here I am scrolling my social media, and all of a sudden I see a side-by-side of the Kris Kardashian as I know what she looks like, and another lady.
Right.
And there's some headline talking about Kris Jenner, and I'm like, oh my God, is that Kris Jenner?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that, and I wasn't sure because, some people do very good AI.
Right.
There's a lot of AI pictures out there, a lot of AI videos. You don't know if it's true, so I did some Googling. It's true. She got herself very good plastic surgeon. I did some research. He is in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And she, basically what she looks like now is she looks like one of her daughters.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what she looks like. If you put them side by side,
Yeah.
like Courtney, Chloe, Kylie, you would think that she was one of the sisters, not the mother, not Mama,
Kardashian. Yes.
Mama Kardashian as we know her. And it's kind of sad because not only did she get this, the whole cosmetic surgery, but she changed her hairstyle as well to make herself look younger.
Hairstyle. I thought her hairstyle before was real young, the little short cut.
It was sophisticated.
And it was very elegant. It
Yes,
fit
it
her
was.
face. It fit her age. And, I think we even mentioned to you during the Oscars, all the women had these everybody had baby hair, and then they had these little curls that came down.
One little hair,
one little curl
on your forehead.
And so that's kind of what she's sporting right now, is that one little curl. And Kris, if you're happy, more power to you. I just think you looked beautiful the way you wore. Now, there was on Instagram, on the post of the before and after, the plastic surgeon who was reviewing her look, he would say things like, this is what she had done. He goes, I wouldn't have done it quite like that, but if she loves it, that's okay. And then she did this. He also said that her face is very tight.
Because she just recently got it done.
And he thinks that, with time, it will fall a little bit. And then he thinks it'll be, really nice. But I think a lot of it is just, it was so drastic.
It really is. And to me, this is my opinion coming from me. I like that she had that haircut before.
Yeah.
The short haircut, Her face looked very elegant, graceful, and sophisticated.
Yes.
And I don't think that she needs to be looking like her daughter.
No.
It just doesn't feel
I mean,
right.
you know, when you look at your mom, for me, when I used to look at my mom, I would look in her eyes and I could see how she was aging with grace. Kris took all of that away. You know.
And I know some of you watching are going to say, well, leave her alone. She can, there are people that can do what they want to do.
And we agree. She can do what she wants to do.
Whatever. She has the money to do it, and she's proven it.
Yes.
But we're just giving our little, what we feel that she looks better the way she was before.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't, I just feel a bit like, what is she trying to prove?
Yeah.
To do that. Maybe she does want to feel good.
And maybe once it loosens, it might be, oh, now I see what she was after. However, if I had done that, I think I would have stayed inside until I got the look I was after.
Yes. So what do you think? Have you seen her?
Comment below.
What do you like, the before or after? We'd like to know.
Yeah, there's a picture of her with her new look, and she's hugging Kylie. And you're like,
well, she has sunglasses on.
Yeah.
And if I didn't know, I would think that was just Kylie's friend.
Yeah, someone that she's hanging out with. So, but we know they love plastic surgery. They love, doing some amazing contouring
because Chloe has changed a lot through plastic surgery. Her face does not look like how it used to when her dad was around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really changed.
So, and we also understand that everybody has the right to, morph into whatever they want. It's just, we want you to know, Kris, that you were absolutely stunning as yourself. Just beautiful.
Yes, you were.
So, on, what was that? I think it was May 16th. Yeah. The New Orleans Parish Justice Center had a breakout. 10 inmates escaped. And as far as we knew at the time, they, the prison, they found out a lot of things, like there were blind spots. They found out the cameras didn't work.
They didn't work. Yeah.
I mean, they used a bathroom. They ripped out the toilet and they got them to turn the water off. And when they ripped it out, it was dry. And so there was a big escape hole.
Massive gaping hole.
Yeah, so they were able to escape. So we promised we would keep you up to date. So here's the next update.
Yes, so this is as of Tuesday, like Gloria said, 10 escaped, 5 were apprehended, and 5 were still on the loose. Now we know that out of the 5, 3 of them were apprehended, and 2 of them now remain on the loose. 3 were picked up on Tuesday morning, 2 at large, but one of them was convicted of the most serious crimes. And the 2 arrested in Texas, one in Baton Rouge, and 9 people were arrested for helping them. And that included family members accused of giving them food, money, rides. So the family were involved in all of this. So 2 are still at large. And they do tell people, don't keep your guard down, because they could be anywhere and you never know what can happen.
And they're not nice people, unfortunately. They weren't in prison for, driving tickets.
Very serious.
These are very serious individuals. And it's always amazing to me if I was in a situation like that and God allowed me to escape, I would be on my way out of town. And the people, because they have for resources, they're just kind of hanging out.
There were some that were arrested in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, so they did get a little bit away.
Yes.
So just, be vigilant. If you see something, say something. However, be very careful and be safe. So only 2 more to go, and then they will all be returned to custody. And sometimes you think to yourself, they're going to get you, Why even try?
Well, they tried.
I know. But
They tried, and the two are still trying.
Yeah, and so far they're like, we're tried and we're winning.
Yes.
So, as we always want to remind you, because today is May 29th and tomorrow is the end of May, or does May? Oh no, Saturday. We have
Saturday's
31.
the 30th.
No, tomorrow is Friday. It's the 30th.
Oh yes,
Saturday's the
31st.
So we're coming to the end of May, and we just wanted to acknowledge that May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So there's always lots of fun things to do. I used to have a place that I loved that made this Hawaiian rice with pineapples and cashew nuts. It was so good. COVID kind of took it out, but it was good. And it's just, if you ever have the ability to be around that community, it's such a blessing. They are some of the sweetest, kindest, most loving individuals on the planet. And also, I just found out that May is American Stroke Month. Now, there are two challenges that people kind of get confused. One is a stroke, and the other is a heart attack. They both come on relatively quick, and the symptoms are a little bit different. If you're having a heart attack, you could have the tingling in the arm. You could have, sometimes people start to sweat really, really fast. Call 911. Don't call Auntie Margaret and say, what did you say this could be? Call 911. The second thing is the stroke. When you, and the heart attack is lack of blood flow to the heart. When you have a stroke, that is lack of blood flow to the brain. People can have eye fluctuations. Your eyesight is blurry. Headaches. It's very, very important to also call 911.
And when you have a stroke, also what can happen is that could cause your eyes to roll back.
Yes.
And you could actually be in a coma.
Yes.
And sometimes you could never come out of the coma.
Yes. So if you have symptoms of any types, call 911. If you think, I don't feel 100%, but I don't feel really bad, call your doctor's office. But do not just sit home and wait.
Yes, exactly. And another good tip is, remember, you can look it up, but they say that when you're having a heart attack, for men, it's different than for women.
Yes.
Different kinds of signs and symptoms.
And because we as women, we are nurturers. We're always taking care of someone. And too many times, a woman could be having a heart attack or a stroke.
And they just dismiss it.
And they just say, well, I'll go to the doctor later. Oh, I'll figure it out later. And sometimes we just have to focus, and we have to take care of ourselves, because if we're not taking care of ourselves, we won't be there to take care of our family.
Exactly.
So take care of yourself. So, weather. That word used to be, we go from winter into spring, into summer, into fall. We had 4 seasons, and we would kind of like evolve. Now, oh my God. So we're still experiencing severe storms. Right now, Austin, Texas is being hammered really, really bad. The storm has torrential rains, Gough-size hail. That storm that's producing those Gough-size hails is moving across the country, because last week when we talked to you, it was Chicago, Illinois was going through it. So now it's gone over and down into Austin, Texas. The power lines are being knocked down. I'm so grateful that where I live, all of our
underground
are underground, yeah. But there's still some places like here in Santa Clara,
there's still some.
They're above. You have to be careful. If something falls, especially if it falls near water, you could get electrocuted. So you have to really, really, really be careful. The hurricane type weather, which they're experiencing, is also bad because citizens, we told you don't drive through sitting water. We should also tell you don't try, if you see the water flowing, don't think you can just walk across or skip across the water. People are getting caught up and swept away in the water. So that's going on. There's also, this storm is moving from Texas and is headed to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's going to keep on moving out into the Atlantic, and I think they said by Saturday they'll start hitting. The weather patterns there will be more even into Florida, and then like Boston and on up the East Coast. A lot of that is going on.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad. I just feel like we should not be having this type of weather. It's like every year now.
Yeah.
It's consistent because it's already nearly June, like Gloria said. It's the end of the month now.
Yeah. And we're okay. So I told you what they're going through. Let me tell you what we're going through. We are preparing to hit triple digits on Friday. Now outside today, we're thinking it's what? 78 to 80. I think we're going to get maybe a high of like the low 80s. But then tomorrow we're going to jump 23 points. So we've got that swaying going back and forth. Also, I can't remember exactly where it hit. We just lost a glacier. Did you see that? Took out a whole village. Glaciers are melting. This is not just weather. This is not just the norm. And once again, we had a rocket that took off and did not make it back down safely. You cannot be blowing up things in the environment and thinking it's okay. So that's a concern.
It's a concern. And when Gloria says glaciers, I remember when people say they're going to go on a cruise to the Alaska, they can go out and see the glaciers.
Yes.
And now you can't, because they're melting. You can't see them. And it's also affecting all the animals as well in the areas like Alaska and the glaciers and
all
everywhere.
The penguins.
Yeah.
They need ice cold. They migrate to have their babies, and then they migrate out. This is, humans have got to realize that we are, we may have a little more intelligence, maybe, we don't know. We have got to realize that we all have to collaborate together. I have roses at my house. I love roses. I used to, even when I was single, I would go to Costco and buy me roses for my house. They have breeded the smell out of roses. Now my roses that I grow, I can still smell. But if you go to Costco, there's no scent because they were trying to get rid of the bees. But the pollination of the bees is needed in order to produce foods.
Yes.
You cannot just keep getting rid of things because you think you don't like it. You need to understand we have to have pollination, or eventually we won't be able to grow food. Okay? So it's way bigger and way more than just weather. However, they're going through rain and we're going through heat. And then I think it's Saturday, we're going to be like 102, 103 on Friday, and then Saturday 66. These swings like this is just not good. Not good at all.
Not good.
So it is the most special time of the day where we get to thank you for hanging out with us all this time. And the way we get to thank you is to share events around the bay.
Yes, events around the bay. Hey. So we're going to start with, let me see, Union Street Festival 2025 in San Francisco.
Yes.
Saturday, May the 31st, all day Union Street, Gough to Fillmore, located in the bustling Cow Hollow neighborhood. The 2-day-long Union Street Festival brings neighbors, locals, and visitors alike to celebrate in the streets of San Francisco Marina's district. So go celebrate. Great live music, food, good vendors, family-friendly activities, artists, and fun for all.
Yes.
So, and remember, I'll have all the descriptions below with the links for more details. Then we have SF, San Francisco's Festa Italiana Street Fair 2025, Saturday, May 31st, 11 a.m. And it's Washington Square Park, Filbert Street, and Stockton Street. And it's in the North Beach, San Francisco district. So if you've ever been there, get there early. It does get very crowded. but it's a very nice festival.
Nice.
And it will be featuring Italian food, drink, music, culture, family fun, and running of the 104th Statuto Race on Sunday morning. I don't know what that is, but it's Statuto, that's what it says.
Right.
So if you want more information, the details are below. But if you go there, please stop at Stella's Bakery. It's an amazing bakery, Stella's. Then we have 2025 Sunnyvale Restaurant Week.
Really?
Yes.
See, this one is closer, easier for us to get to.
May 31st to June the 7th. A lineup
Right.
of special menus, exclusive dishes, and limited time offers from your favorite downtown Sunnyvale restaurants. And the list of all the restaurants will be in the link below. Then we have the AAPI Heritage Celebration.
Yes.
As Gloria was talking about, this is the month. Friday, May 30th, 2025, 5 a.m. Hotel, 5 a.m. That doesn't sound right. But anyway.
Maybe it starts as early as 5 a.m.
Yes, it's Hotel Byron, 45 Rose Street, San Francisco, Lower Hyatt. It says, join us for the end of the month event for May as we celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander diversity with chef, and there's 2 chefs that are going to be featured. They're going to have Dragon Boat Festival Street Fair, going to have food vendors, live bands, line dancing, Chinese traditional dance, face painting, balloon twisting, festival crafts for the kids, and description will be below. So there you have it. Those are your events, and I myself are looking forward to seeing what's good in the Sunnyvale Restaurant Week.
No kidding. This is also very good news because Mayor Lurie has really been trying to step it up and bring back Union Square. When you wanted something and you didn't know where to go shopping, you went to Union Square. And some of the cornerstones like Macy's, I don't even know if Gough's is still there. I don't know if Nordstrom's is still there. Those stores started moving out. So this celebration hopefully will bring people back. They will feel safe. And then maybe some of the shop owners will consider bringing the business back. Wow. Thank you for hanging out with us. We really, really are grateful for the opportunity to share some thoughts with you. And we love having conversations. You don't have to agree with everything we say. That's how we believe we become better human beings, by discussing things and talking through things so that I understand your perspective and you will understand my perspective. So we want you to know that we feel the love that you share by hanging out with us. We feel it in this room. And we send it back to you all. Mwah, bubbling over.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much. And we hope you've enjoyed our chat with all the things that we like and love, and a little bit of social sprinkled in.
Yes.
And if you did like it, please consider hitting the thumb icon. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, subscribe. Hit the bell notification. That tells you when our chats are ready to be viewed. And we are Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea, yummy tea.
And remember to always
keep smiling. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.